Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor, and we're going to go over a bunch of charts here, and I'm going to give my analysis, and we're going to go over my thought process, and hopefully you're going to be able to learn a thing or two and possibly come away from this video with some profitable trade ideas. But first, if you're not already a member, go ahead and visit the homepage of the website, www.thetradinganalyst.com, and get to know us a little bit better. If you like the free videos that we do on a daily basis for you, then it's nothing compared to the membership at The Trading Analyst. Once you sign up for the membership, you're going to be able to take advantage of the professional chat room, the daily watch lists, the real-time trade alerts, which are not only given to you in the chat room, but for those of you that have a full-time job or a part-time job, you're going to be able to still get those alerts because we send them via text message and email. You're also going to be able to take part in the webinars and in education from mentors like myself who truly care about your success in the market. It's a great opportunity, and we'd love to have you as a member. All right, so let's get going with these charts. The first one I want to look at is Apple. Now, Apple, we traded this long here at the Trading Analyst. Right here, we got some options. We took profit up here on this day right here, Tuesday, October the 11th. It reached our target. Why was it the target? Well, it was previous resistance. You can see that for a couple of weeks, it was resistance right there. And also, if you drew a Fibonacci retracement level from these highs in 2015 to these lows here in 2016, you had the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level right here at about $18. So that's what we were targeting, and that's where Apple headed. So congrats to those of you if you took that trade. We were also doing public videos on that as well. So what about now? What are we looking for now on Apple? Well, Apple, definitely some potential downside can happen here, especially with these weakening candles and reaching this target. I'm going to switch to the hourly time frame so you can see what I'm looking at. So what I have here is this uptrend line right here, a couple touches right here, right there, as well as right here. So if this uptrend line breaks, then we're going to see, and by break I mean an hourly close below it. So an hourly close below this trend line, and we're going to head lower here on Apple. Not a huge shorting opportunity. I still think Apple is bullish here in the long term, but just as a shorter term opportunity, I do think we're going to see some downside. Bounce zones here on Apple will be against this trend line here. You can see there's a touch, there's a touch, there's a touch, and that lines up perfectly with this previous high right here. So around 109, 110 is going to be a decent bounce area here for Apple. So just be aware of these levels, and you should do just fine. All right, next we're going to take a look at BABA, and as you can see, BABA right here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this right here so we can clear this up. Okay, that's much better. So BABA right here, we did do some videos in the past on BABA, so congrats if you took that short trade. We mentioned that since this false breakout right here, and that became a false breakout the day after as it broke below the lows and held below the lows of that day right there, as well as breaking this trend line right here. And look at where we did. We had all the way almost to $98 based off of this low right here. So this area is still going to be resistance. So about 105 is still resistance. It could have bottomed right here, but that's still resistance. We've got some support down here at about 101.20 right here based off of these lows right here from these few candles right there. So just be aware of these levels on BABA. The next one we're going to take a look at is Netflix. And Netflix is pumping here after hours. Last time I checked, we were at about 119. I'll go ahead and I'll check it really quick. Yeah, so we're right around 119. That's just the intraday chart here. That doesn't reflect here on the closing prices here. But yeah, so we gapped up to about 119 here on Netflix, and there's not really any big levels up here at 119, but what you do want to look for is a level up here right around 130 or so, 132. So previous high here and here. So that's going to be a level of resistance. We could be heading there. We'll see how it opens tomorrow and the kind of action that we see. But that's the nearest resistance here on Netflix that you want to be aware of. Next, I'm going to cover Twitter. And Twitter, we broke this trend line here. Here's a touch, here's a touch, here's a couple touches. We broke this trend line, and then we broke this 200-day moving average as well as making new lows when compared to here, right here. So now we have resistance at about 1775 or so. That level should get rejected in the short term. Looks like Twitter is going to be heading lower to at least test these lows right around here near 1575 based off of these lows right here. The next one we want to take a look at is SolarCity. And SolarCity is coming into a level here. We've got a downtrend line right here. There's a touch, and then we're coming into it right now. It's also a horizontal resistance. You can see based off of these lows right here. You can see rejection there, rejection here. We're kind of making some lower highs right here when compared to these levels right here. And we made a low here, which was lower than this low right here. So more than likely, SolarCity is going to be heading lower here in the short term. The nearest support we're seeing is right around, I'm going to raise that support a little bit, right about here at about 1673 right here based off of those lows right there. So look for, if this kind of breaks, closes, another lower close compared to today, more than likely we're going to be heading down to 1673, which is about a $3 move from here. The next one we want to take a look at is Facebook. So Facebook right here, if you've been following along these videos, you know that we broke this trend line right here. This is a really nice trend line. You can see we guided up against it really for a while, and then we came up here, retested it. That's why it's always good to keep these trend lines drawn. And then we had a lower close. Here's a red close, here's a red close, and we had a lower close right here. So more than likely, like we've been mentioning, we're going to be coming down and testing at least 125 here in the short term. This level up here, about 129.40 or so, is going to be that resistance that you want to look for on Facebook. And the next one we're going to take a look at is CELG, biotech. And we're coming up to an interesting level here on CELG. This looked like a very clean breakout. There's a touch, here's a touch, and then you can see we broke over the trend line. If you watch the videos back then, we liked it for a long right here. Nice pop since that video, but then we ended up heading lower. We broke these lows, but now we're coming into a retest of this downtrend line as well as these previous lows. So this is a potential bounce zone here for CELG. If it doesn't bounce right here, then that's going to be trouble, but more than likely it at least gets a short-term bounce on the retest of that trend line as well as the support. So be aware of these levels on CELG and you should do just fine. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and stopping by. Again, if you're not already a member and you like these free videos, then it's nothing compared to the membership at TheTradingAnalyst.com. And the best part is, once you sign up for the membership, you're going to be able to take part in the profitable trade alerts, which we give on a daily basis at TheTradingAnalyst.com. It's a great opportunity, and we'd love to have you as a member.